So I am here. Well, first of all, I'm Natalie. I am a Twin Flame certified ascension coach for Twin Flames Universe. .com. You can visit them, the website, and I am in harmonious union with my true twin flame. What is harmonious union? It is a transcendental spiritual shift that happens as you choose to heal your core blocks to love. That's my version of it in a nutshell, but there's many more explanations and there's more to it, but I won't get into that in this video. This video is about commitment. I know this word triggers you. I know that this word has a few assets and a few aspects and you know, means maybe something different to different people, but at the end of the day, when I feel into it, it's like it's a state of being, it's a feeling, it's a vibration. It's sort of like you either are committed or you're not, right? And you know, even when you are committed to something, of course you're going to have blocks and upsets and challenges, and maybe you'll wake up some days and you won't feel as committed, but it's like at the core you've chosen to be committed. So first of all, I think what this means is you're never going to give up. That to me is being committed, because let's say you're committed to a degree, like a school degree, academic degree. So you cannot finish the degree if you're not committed to it. And then if we want to go even more specific, you can pass all your tests and sort of, you know, cheat and like get your way through it, or you can really commit and devote your entire self to it to succeed. So it's not just about finishing all the way or finishing things or getting things done, it's also how. How do you get those things done? And what I'm getting is you either do it with God or you don't. And when you don't do it with God, it's going to be very difficult. It's going to feel bad. And you're not going to get the results you want in the long term. You're not going to really ground and build a foundation that is made up of true commitment, true success. So that was just an example, but in our twin flame journey with our twin flames, it is very crucial to choose to commit. And, you know, the commitment gets deeper and deeper, right? Like sometimes people are not physically together, and then they commit to being boyfriend and girlfriend, and then they commit to doing the inner work, and then they commit to their harmonious union, and then they commit to marriage, and so forth and so forth. It varies and differs in every union, but I'm just passionate about this because I don't know if this is because this is what we were taught, but like I was sure that commitment is just choosing to commit. I decide, I state I am committed, and therefore I am committed, right? Which is true, but it's not enough. So what I've been receiving recently is that commitment needs to be first and foremost your commitment to God. You can say your commitment to source, you can say your commitment to the universe, you can say commitment to energy, like a higher energy, you can even say commitment to love, because it's all in the one same thing. It's all basically the same thing. Yeah, and I'm going to use God because I love God and I feel aligned with that word, but it really does not matter. You can choose whatever you want. So, okay, so commitment to God. So God is our creator, right? God created us, and the life that we are living is perfectly created. We are perfectly created, and the entire world is perfect at the core. What happens is that a lot of times we experience illusions within ourselves, within our lives, and as a collective, right? So, committing to God, to me, is committing to perfection. Because it's not about trying to be someone we're not. It's not about, oh, I'm not perfect now and I need to go and become something else so that I can be perfect. It's that we already are perfect. The world is already perfect. We just need to believe that, commit to that truth, and relax into it because it's already there. So I'll give you an example. Lately I've been really working on feeling good in my body and in my divine beauty and my like hygiene and my exercise and nutrition. And I'm not yet like I'm not yet an expert in every single like aspect of it, but the one main thing that I'm choosing to shift my energy and focus on is my divine beauty. Okay? So I've gone through little mini journeys in that specific arena, and I'm sure you guys all have too and are still. So this was really an inner thing for me, which, by the way, it's for everyone, and it's what I was experiencing recently is whenever we're laid in front of two choices, there's usually the choice that is of God, and there's the choice that is not of God. There's the choice of perfection, and there's the choice of not so much perfection. It could be even as simple as like you feel like you should drink water, and there's a glass of water down the hall, and you're like, should I get up to get the water? Should I not? Should I? Should I not? So which do you think is of God? Going up and getting a glass of water or not? Well, of course there isn't a black or white answer, but most of the time you would get up and drink the glass of water. If you feel a desire within you to drink that water, it's because it's of God. It's because it's a true, perfect desire, because your body needs water, right? So that's just a little example. And a lot of times in my life, I had a pattern of abandoning myself in those places. So I would be the person that would not get up to drink the water, and I would just lie in bed and like deprive myself of water, and I would get headaches, and I even went to the hospital a few times. Like, if that wasn't enough to get a headache, God like really had to give me the wake-up call, right? And this like little example is such a big collective issue, because like there's a lack of water like all over the world, but whatever, I won't go into that. So there are these little places in my reality that I was abandoning myself. I was very addicted to smoking. I went through phases where I was like really active in exercise, and I went through complete phases where I would just abandon it entirely. And there wasn't really a balance, and that's why it's not enough to do the outer action, and you have to go in and heal the illusion, basically what it is. You have to go in and heal it within. If you want a long-term, forever, eternal healing, a positive result forever. If you want to like take the shortcut and like have a temporary fix, yeah, go to the gym, eat some lettuce, and like you may lose a few pounds, right? But is that what you want? You want to just do that for a few months and then gain it all back? Like, no. And the main point is not even about the pounds or the feeling healthy. It's, do you feel good or do you not feel good? So, right before this video, I was going through a phase with my twin flame where I was constantly feeling upset or triggered when I would see people that looked really healthy and beautiful and vibrant and like, you know, fit and like all these things. And I was like, what is going on? Because I've always like loved myself. I always thought I was beautiful and, you know, and really feminine, and I always like cared about the way I looked, but like there wasn't a deeper, really deeper issue going on, and it was just a core block around my beauty and my divinity, my divine self. And so, and I was linking it to me and Yanir, my twin flame, also not getting married yet. And I was like, why are we not getting married? What am I missing? And so I realized it's not about the way I look on the outside, but it is about my choices. And where am I not choosing God? That is where I'm not choosing commitment. Because if I'm not choosing God and I'm not making choices that are of God, how can I be committed to God? True commitment is you're 100% all in. So another definition or word that I would use to describe commitment is devotion. Are you 100% devoted? So this is a core block that I've experienced my entire life. It's always been, I want this thing, I like it, I want it, I desire it, it's important to me, so I'm going to devote myself and I'm going to commit. And then the second I begin, I give up. Or I commit, but I'm like 70% in, and like the other 30% I'm like not in, I'm one leg out, out the door kind of thing. So it brought up like, so what is blocking me from going all in these places? And it's interesting because what I'm getting now is it's a fear to be completely with God. Now, how silly is that, right? Because if God is only love, what is there to fear? Well, a lot of times when people experience a lot of contrast in their lives, by their own choice, of course, but they still experienced it. I'll speak for myself. I experienced a lot of contrast. I experienced a lot of not of God kind of things. Not that God wasn't there with me. God is always and was always there with me, but my choices were not aligned with God and with love. And I had experienced so much of that a part of me was like not even, I don't even know what it's like to not experience that. And I don't know if it's safe or what am I going to feel, or what if I feel really good and then it gets lost and it gets taken away from me and all these things. And so immediately I looked at the fear and, fear is not real. So how simple, right? Fear is not real, you guys. It isn't. It's an illusion. It's made up of ego that's just trying to take you away from feeling good, and it doesn't even make sense. Like, there's no logic to it. So commitment to God is commitment to myself, is commitment to my twin flame. If I want to be committed, but I'm feeling fear, I'm going to have a hard time being fully committed. If I want to be committed and I choose to be committed and I let the fear go, herein lies the opportunity and the possibility to really embody the full commitment that I'm desiring so much in my heart. And even more so, we already are committed. That's another thing. Like, we already have we have the value of commitment within us. We were born with it. It's part of who we are. There's no need to try and like get it from outside of us. It's already there. And it's of God. So do we choose commitment within and choose to be of God, or do we choose contrast and suffering? I'd say it would make more sense to choose God and to choose to commit to God and to choose to commit to ourselves. And I'm just going to share with you that tonight I've been feeling really strongly a deeper sense of commitment, because what I've been feeling my whole life was like it would come and then it would go and it would come, and that's not being committed, right? Being committed is like a consistent vibration of commitment. And I just want to say, I took the longest shower and I really like dolled myself up and I did my nails and I cooked, and I feel so good right now because I peacefully and lovingly just chose to be with God this evening, and it feels so good, and there's no reason to not choose it. So yeah, one more thing. Another pattern I would have was I'd like get like high on these like, you know, these few hours where I would feel really connected to God, and so I would like feel really good, but then I would like go back to my old pattern and then feel really low again. And so it's never appropriate, even if an upset comes up or you're feeling sad or angry or mad or whatever, these are the places where you need to commit to God more. These are the places where you need to love yourself more and remind yourself, wait, I'm committed to God here. So is this upset serving me? I mean, I need to feel my feelings, of course, but does it serve me to like sit in the upset and go away from God? Or can I just feel my feelings and remember and remind myself and reassure myself that God is here right now, always, and I can always choose God, and have that upset be very, like, much more easy and flowy and easier to release, so that I can move on with my day and enjoy it and not get sucked into the illusion. So that's what I've been working on. That's what I want to share with you. Slaying illusions left to right. And this is the journey, you guys. Going deeper with God every day. So I love you all, and I will see you in my next video. You are invited to comment, subscribe to my channel, like the video, ask me questions, visit my website. Please do visit twinflamesuniverse.com. That will give you the complete package of your twin flame journey. Finding your twin flame, attracting them into your life, reaching harmonious union, having your best life ever, your life purpose, everything's there. So I really recommend you go over there and check that out. And I just love you guys, and I hope you choose love always. So worth it. Bye bye.